Hi, thank you for clicking on this reading and welcome to TAROVERSE. We're going to be looking at whatever needs to come up for you at this time. This is a timeless reading, so just know that even if there are date-specific things mentioned in this reading, like Halloween, October 2025, it doesn't mean that you have to be watching it around that time, but the energy of the events that I'm talking about will pertain to your situation currently in whatever phase of your timeline you're on. So I'm recording this Halloween night. I was stopped in like 5 million different ways for like technology to not work to record a reading. So maybe there's a very powerful message that some forces don't want to get through. Too bad. Let's take a look at what wants to come out for you first and foremost, and then we'll work our way into the tarot. Trust was on my mind. Damn, crazy. When this reading cuts out, it will resume in an extended. That'll be linked in the description box below. A couple more cards before we get this started, guys. A few more cards. All right. The next step for you that Spirit wants you to kind of step into is trust. You've definitely shed a lot of skin lately. And what that means in tarot talk is that there are layers of the old you that once defined you that are no longer there. So usually to show you this, the universe will shove in your face a situation that usually triggers you or some shit like that, that mirrors a situation of the past. The only difference is you're likely wiser or stronger or better now. And you face that situation with a different frequency, right? And then those situations stop repeating, but it also shows you how powerful you are or where you are right now. And I feel that that is happening to you right now, or is like about to happen. I think it's what you're going through right now. There's a situation that mirrors something that you're used to and something that would get you stuck or get you down. And it's like you come really close to that energy, but then it just doesn't affect you the same. You're being asked to not let it affect you the same because you are stronger now if you let yourself. You know what I mean? I think I forgot to do this before the reading started, so let's just go ahead and do that now. Part of the new you is to be a more trusting person. And there's no one else that you're really being asked to trust more than yourself. Trusting your intuition, trusting your path, trusting your choices. You don't need to second guess anything. You don't need to back everything up with a tarot reading or a tarot pool or it's just like, does it feel right? Does it feel good? Does it feel aligned? That's the level that you're at where you can sense those things and then you just kind of move with it, right? I'm not saying that you're weak or you're bad if you do go pull a card on it or if you consult somebody, but you don't need it. You likely did in the past. And parts of these old yous that are coming apart, coming off, being shed, are the ones that really relied on these mechanisms or these tools, right? Trust in yourself, connect to your heart center. Open your heart, understand what it means for your heart to be open, how to relate to people with an open heart, how to relate to yourself, how to create through that open heart. All right, these are your next phase yous, right? Heart-centered, trusting of self, of path, of spirit. Also allowing these old paradigms to fall away. And I feel like in death, as you all may know, I'm sure you have all been to a funeral, humans like to have ritual for major spiritual events. Usually these spiritual events are tangible, like marriage or death, etc., etc. Cultures usually have something for all of these types of things. You're kind of being asked to have some kind of like ceremony that allows you to draw a fine line or to separate what was and what is, right? This kind of funeral, or you could call it, I don't know, like a birthday, whatever you want to do, right? But it's kind of marked by this card of death. Fitting, you know, Scorpio season energy always comes out strong when I record in Scorpio season, just because I feel that the TAROVERSE collective is like very scorpionic. First of all, there are a lot of Scorpios watching. You were like the #1 viewer when I did sign readings, but also just the themes that I tackle and the way that I tackle them. It's just like that. I don't know. This is how it is. Consciousness and abundance. So next is going to be mindset. If you're heart centered, right, you're not really using your mind to make decisions in the way that you once did. So where is your mind at? Think of your heart as your compass, your heart as your guide, your heart as your consultant. Your mind is more of a generator. I'm trying to think of the best word for it. It is a machine that when you fine tune it to a specific frequency, it'll suck in things of that frequency. Without proper training, you suck in all kinds of bad shit, right? Things you don't want. The more that you're able to fine tune it, the more you're conscious of how to fine tune it and what to fine tune it to, the more you suck in coins and pennies and abundance. Spirit is highlighting and asking you to get into a mindset that attracts the things that you truly want, and for you to get into the mindset to attract things that you truly desire. What you desire should be good for you and should be aligned. When you desire things that are not really good for you, then you're kind of lost. You kind of don't know yourself. You're not connected to yourself as deeply as you could be, right? When you desire people or relationships that are just actually not good for you, when you desire outcomes or end goals that are very superficial, that don't give you a deeper sense of satisfaction, right? That's just showing a disconnect between you, your higher self, and your heart space. As you connect to yourself, your desires will align and they will be easier to attract because they're actually aligned for you. When you're desiring or attracting things out of alignment, then you usually get something that will steer you in the right direction of that alignment, of that discovery. You know, relationship type stuff or toxic work environments. These are all trying to steer you into having the correct desires for your true life path. And you can get lost. You can get lost forever. You can live a lower quality life chasing the wrong types of things. There's residual anger in your energy field. Anger shows you what you don't like. It's powerful. It is a tool. You don't want to just shove your anger under a rug, repress it. It'll just blow, you know, it builds up pressure like, I don't know, a soda bottle. There's a lot of actually negative emotions coming out here next to the reflect card. We have cleanse, anger, pain, anxiety, and then reflection. All right, so you're being asked to think about these things in a different way, to look at these things as useful tools, these negative emotions. The #1 thing being highlighted is your anger. Get in touch with that anger. Convert it to something. Convert it to knowledge. Convert it to power. What are you so disgusted about, right? What direction is that showing you to go in? What type of person is that telling you to be? There's no changing the past, but you have 100% control of your future. These emotions are showing you how to control that future, how to guide, how to steer that future. Don't be afraid of these emotions. Talk to them. As you talk to them and understand them, you're transmuting them into knowledge and into greater and better things. Anxiety. Anxiety because you're living in your mind too much. Anxiety is a result of being centered in your head space. You're supposed to be centered in your heart space. That will cure your anxiety. Again, your head space is that generator for attraction, getting in the right frequency for things. I mean, your heart too, to some extent, but what's tricky here is pain, because pain is not anxiety. Pain is not anger, because if you had named the pain, it would turn into anxiety. It would turn into anger. If all you feel is pain, you need to understand what it is and label it better. Is this pain sorrow? Is it grief? Is it loss? Because once you find out what the pain is, you could start to tackle it. Some people feel this insurmountable, they're drowning in this pain. And it's because there's a blindfold over them. They're not able to identify it. You know what I mean? Rejection, body, get in touch with your body physically. Dance, enjoy yourself, embrace yourself, change what you don't like about your body if you can change it. You know what I mean? Accept what you can't change. So many people have a disconnect with their physical self. But you're meant to love it. Like, you're meant to love that part of you that's your vessel. It connects your spirit to the physical world. Treat it well. Some of you are being asked to look at what part of your physical self you're rejecting. I'm picking up sex a lot here. So you might want to get in touch with yourself, get in touch with your sexuality, your sex life. That is an integral and important part of you. It's not to be shunned. It's not to be, rejected, I guess. There may be pain or past rejections from that, but then you're being asked to heal, those lower chakras that are tied to the physical, that are tied to the sexual, to the gender, to these types of things. Take that rejection energy out of it and simply look. Where pain might mask your unsavory emotions, rejection might ask the things that you physically don't want to deal with. If that makes sense for some of you. For some of you, it will. Love, growth. As you move into this new you, or this new energy that I'm picking up on in this reading, the energy of love within you grows in every area. Love is the key to success on Earth. You know how, like, in any video game, there's like the one thing that you mine that gets you power, like gold coins or like gold rings in Sonic, or like maybe you need like materia in like some Final Fantasy games. There's like the one thing that, like, if you get enough of it, you're unstoppable in the game when you amass it. On Earth, on the game that we're all playing, it's love. When you like figure out how to really work with this energy, how to harness this energy, how to become this energy in its most pure, or as close to you can get as its pure form, you just unlock all the good shit. You win. Most people think it's money. Correction, a lot of people think it's money. We're entering a new age where it's not going to be like that on Earth, but it's not money. Money makes things nice. Money makes things easy. Money makes things look good. But it's not the same energy as the currency of love. This is the real thing right here. And this is growing within you. So that means that Earth gets more fun, better. Intuition, sadness, flow, and fear. There's a lot of fears. Okay, wow. To whom this reading is for, there's so much shadow work going on here at a very quick speed, very confrontational shadow work. So your third eye, your intuitive side, your psychic side, everyone is psychic. Everyone is a little psychic dolphin. Some people have it more pronounced. It comes to them more easily. You know, some people can pick up a piano. Some people need piano lessons. You can all play piano if you put your mind to it. All right. Unless someone chopped your fingers off. But don't deny the fact that you do have intuitive ability. But I don't feel a lot of people in the collective do deny this here at TAROVERSE. You guys are very intuitive. But I feel that sadness, sorrowful events, things that have built up over time of a lower frequency has kind of just started to like, not has started, has clouded up your intuitive abilities. Also around this all like top 3 chakra, I feel like there's an association with your intuitive ability to be able to read the winds, to be able to understand another person on a very deep level, just by a glance, just by a thought. To be able to understand and feel somebody's entire life story just by hearing one word that they said. You associate this with something negative because of your experiences, but you need to build a new association over, this is subconscious. Like, you're not super conscious of this, but you need to be conscious of it. You need to build new associations with your intuitive ability. It's not bad. You will pick up on things that are not happy, the entire human experience. But it's almost like your own sorrows have clouded it, and they don't need to. It's time to transmute everything. Flow and fear. And again, a little bit of a block with abundance and feeling like you're not worthy or worthy of the things that you can get in this lifetime. It's like, if you allow your life to flow in a very beautiful divine direction, there's fear behind something going wrong or something bad happening. Listen, you have one option. Let your life go in a good direction and take the risk, or stay stagnant. That's it. So what if it's scary? Do it. Don't be afraid. Face that subconscious fear of the path that you're on, of the risks that you must take, of the vulnerabilities that you must vulnerabilize, that you must confront, right? I don't think there's anything to be fearful of besides, of course, fear itself, the old cliche. Mystery, rest, isolation. So the last card, is mystery. Embrace the unknown and what is next. These are your keys to moving forward for those that resonate with this section of the reading. A few more messages from a few more oracles, and then I want to dive into the tarot because I really like the energy that we're working with tonight, guys. It's really cool. I don't like those. I don't want those. I don't like how that came out. I don't like how that felt. Give me something useful for the collective, please. Would be most useful for the collective. Yeah, no, we can handle these things tonight. Don't worry. Just give me something useful. Thank you. $49 and $50, that's interesting, coming out together, and $21 and $41. This one's pretty simple. There's a lot of conditioning around you, of society, of, I think, family is what it is. For a long time, you've relied on the support of others, especially for guidance. And I kind of touched upon this a little bit earlier, right? And that is part of the old life, the old you that should be ritualistically said goodbye to or whatever. This is the new you. It's intuitive. It's not scared. It's on her own. It's on his own. It's able to face fear, able to face the dark. Animal familiars as well by your side. Nature connects with you. I feel like my collective, and I really love this, like really connects to nature well. I guess that's like a spiritual people thing, but I'm able to relay a lot of messages about nature and the connections of nature to people. If you're somebody who's really never been a person who just like goes out and connects with nature, start doing it. You'll probably like it if you enjoy being a part of this collective. But going back, I just feel like you're going to see animals popping up on your side more as you become more intuitive. Maybe you'll just like be able to communicate with them better. Some of you were very in tune and then you blocked it out because it was so overwhelming, but you'll have more mastery over it now, so it won't be. I'm talking about some of you as a child. I'm feeling a female, and like spirits would come and like speak to you, and it was like the sixth sense or some shit. You were just like overwhelmed. You'll be able to like turn it on and off now or be more selective. When you were younger, it was just too much, and you just kind of like, you were just like, zoop, nope, not dealing with that. So there might be a little bit of trauma around that, or something similar energy. Some of you feel like you're cursed, or there's this kind of like hex over you. Probably not literally, just like bad luck. A very wise guide, a very wise entity, one that is unobstructed by forces that move against it, unobstructed completely. The wind does not break a branch on this guy. Like, you just can't hurt this entity, this being that wants to communicate. It's very strong, it's very wise, it's very positive. It says that you have this power, and that the forces which you think have been placed against you are not external, they are internal, and they are untamed versions of your own ego that you have yet to master and to confront and to understand. He invites you to be like him. You may have good and bad influences at this time. They will become clear to you. Some of you will be finding out that, and this is especially those, and again, everything's to give you direction. Some of you will be finding out that a specific person that you've relied on for advice, I feel like it's about self or about self-appearance. I don't know why. They've misguided you. And I feel it's a hard pill to swallow. But you're moving out of this misdirection. You will see signs of what's good and what's bad for you. Listen to them. That's not everybody. Even if you resonate with like all of the reading, you know. It could also be the opposite, that what you thought was somebody giving you bad advice was actually giving you very heartfelt advice that you took as bad advice. Community, friendship, and holla. Indoctrinated view, understanding, a lot of windows coming out. Sacred. Threshold. You're at the sacred threshold here. What you don't see is overwhelm. Guides and steps. Guides and steps. Your guides and your angels, your ancestors, the beings which work to help you You should know that there's nothing bad around you. Some of you are so worried that there's these, negative forces around you. No, I feel like that's within you because you don't feel protected, because you haven't been able to protect yourself. Your guides are very gentle beings, very loving beings, and they are sending you signs and guidance and messages and thoughts and downloads and dreams and situations that are meant to uplift you and move you up into higher frequencies. Don't be afraid. The more that you open your heart, the more you're going to be seeing that, and you'll be seeing less of what scares you. You won't be so fear-based or living in a world of fear. You're at a sacred threshold as you watch this reading. You're moving over. You're moving up. You're moving out. You're moving into something more divine, something more beautiful. It is up to you to walk through that door, and you must do it willingly and consciously. You're developing a new understanding for the past. You will look back upon yourself and the things that have happened with grace. You will see the past as beautiful. You will also see it as removed from your current self. This is how you're able to see beauty in the past. There's a very strong line between you now and you in the past, almost like two different realities. Indoctrinated and view. It's like you're in a sacred place, or it's like you're in a holy place now. And you're being asked to pause and look around and see how everything has changed. And I'm just going to hold up this card because of the windows. And this goes to a previous reading, the one that came out before this one, about being asked to change how you see things and how you look at things. Well, how you think about things. Your viewpoint. That will affect how you see things. More importantly, connecting to your heart is going to change your perception on everything. Those of you that feel overwhelmed by your emotions easily, or currently coming into this reading feeling overwhelmed, the guidance here is to look up, or to move up, or to walk up. Literally up. If you have a high place to go with a view, it might be a good place to connect to your guides, connect to spirit, or connect to your intuition. It may also just be saying to trust in God above, or to trust in the universe. Up is a higher frequency. And as you get lower, it's a lower frequency, right? All those negative emotions. So it's kind of like you're in when you're overwhelmed with all these negative emotions, and you don't realize that you can just kind of move up and out, get a different view, not be connected to these emotions as something personal. You don't have to be overwhelmed. There's a different way to be. Stop yourself and realize that even in the moment, things can change in an instant. These are your tools. Community, friendship, and holler. I get this beautiful energy of connection and friendship coming into your life. You'll be meeting new people, networking, new followers, new subscribers, new messages, new potential love partners, new besties, new regulars at your job, new clients, new people to chat with that you're going to see at the bus stop, whatever. I just feel like there's going to be connection and opportunity for connection. there is a feeling that you do have to start putting yourself in situations where that can come to you. Literally travel down a new road for that. So maybe putting yourself in different places or taking a different road, taking a different way. Or the roads need to lead to you. You need to be open. You need to be open for these things to happen. You know, we always think, especially when we talk about these things in tarot readings and stuff, like, oh, you take that path. It's like you travel on road to destination, right? You go from here to there. Everything is at a distance from you. You must move to get to go to be. What this is kind of challenging is that you are the destination and you just need to have open routes for other things to come to you. It's those things, it's those goals, it's those people that want to get to you, and they need to have an open road to find you, right? You're the center of it all. Tarot. 10 of Cups, flipping out. So your happiness is now. It's so easy to overlook it. It's so easy to look at it as something, as an end goal in time from now. But it's not. It's here now. It's just about uncovering it. How do you uncover it? How do you find it? How do you feel it in the present? You think it takes time? Your core energy at this time, my Taroversian, is the sun. Again, you are the center of things. Everything comes to you, revolves around you. It's not self-centered unless you're a bitch. It's just how things work right now. You are the center of it, right? You glow. The star. There's a little bit of isolation in these cards. They're healing, they're vibrant, they're you-centric, but I only see you. Where's everything else? Huh. That's interesting. And again, another solo person in the card, the Fool. This current time in your life is marked by you. And while the connection and the community is there in your energy and is very much, it's there, it still just feels like you alone in your own world. It's not sad. It's not a lonely energy, but it is a bit isolated. And I think it's highlighting the importance of being able to rely on yourself, to be kind of detached from reliance on connections, to really be able to be there for yourself and to thrive as you, as your own person. The Fool shows your desire to learn, to explore, to be in the present moment. The Star shows your healing, your optimism, your hope, your triumph against negativity. The Sun shows your warmth, your magnetism, your happiness, your joy. These are the things that you're meant to have right now on your own. Justice. There's a mess that you're leaving behind in the past. It's balancing out. the Hierophant, awakening, and the Page of Wands. So I see that now you have all the tools, all of the knowledge, like you've gone through enough events or enough training to finally be at a stage in your life where you can control the energy, you can control the flow, you can control how much happens, how little happens, whatever you want. You're able to create opportunities. You're able to match your desires with what really in your heart is at its highest for you. Page of Wands, very much like the Fool, wants you to be humble and realize, even though you've mastered or are mastering your own life and yourself, you will never be a master of anything. And to keep this in mind, and that's going to help you master everything. Don't give up putting yourself out there. Don't give up approaching. You are the center of everything, but you also need to always have open roads and travel others' roads. Very heavy Capricorn energy with the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Pentacles. A lot of arcana showing just a major moment, just kind of rocking you right now in your life. I feel like all the arcana are out of here. There's a love journey, but a person is not present. It's showing the love journey only from your side. Which is so interesting because my channel is all about just diving into the other person and what they're thinking and stuff. But this reading is so you-centric. So with the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Pentacles, I see that you've converted one of the most substantial parts of your shadow, one of the biggest things that has held you back in life is converted or being converted, transmuted into one of your greatest strengths, one of your greatest sources of stability. Something that you were too afraid to confront or even acknowledge consciously how much it got in the way of your essence, your life, your being. And I see you facing this fear and turning it into your earthly, lifelong victory, abundance, whatever it may be. There's a love connection. One of you reached out to the other, but there's a wall up when you guys try to reach out to each other. And I see both of you walking away to fill your own cup. Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the Blank card. This is a twin / soul / mirroring type of connection. Highly put into your life to make you grow. Very similar energy to what's been coming out in readings lately for the collective. So a lot of you are in a connection like this, right? Or it's just one person out of 300,000 of you who really needs this message to come through always. But let's be realistic. I think a lot of you have a journey like this in your life with another person, and this energy keeps coming up.